Hi guys, my name is Ahmed and today I want to give you 5 simple tips on how to improve your accent in any language, but especially English. I've studied many foreign languages and I've used these tips to improve my accent as well. Make sure to stay tuned until tip number 5 because I think that's the most important and best tip that I have. Tip number 1, listen as much as you can. If you want to really know how to speak a language with an amazing accent, you have to listen a lot. I'm not talking about 5, 10 hours. I'm talking about hundreds of hours, maybe thousands of hours. By listening to a language so much, our brains develop a mental image of how that English should sound. That means that even if our accent is not perfect, we know exactly how the language should sound in our brain. After we have a good mental image of how a language should sound, we can work to develop our own muscles to create a good accent. Tip number 2 is study phonetics. Phonetics is a science that studies the sounds of human language. If you really want to go deep into how to have a good accent, I recommend studying phonetics. If you study phonetics, you can discover all the sounds of the languages. And in the language that you're studying, you can make sure that you know how to pronounce every sound by yourself. You can practice these sounds that are difficult for you by themselves before practicing them in words or in sentences. Part of phonetics is learning the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA for short. This alphabet helps us know exactly how words are pronounced, because the problem with English is our writing system is not phonetic. That means what you write is not what you say. So for example, if you learn IPA, you'll see night is written like this, K-N-I-G-H-T. But if we use IPA, we see exactly how that sound is, night. And we know exactly how to pronounce it. If you want to study English phonetics, I recommend pronuncian.com. This website is really easy to use. It's free and they have videos showing you how to pronounce all the sounds in the English language using the American accent. Tip number 3, find a language parent. Now, what is a language parent? A language parent is someone's language accent that you want to copy. When we're young, we're lucky. We have our parents' accent that we learn naturally. But in order to develop a strong accent, a good accent, we need to find someone who we want to sound like and focus really hard on their accent. That means a lot of the listening you do should be your language parent. For example, you can find a famous actor or actress, or you can find a YouTuber or a radio host, or someone who you can find a lot of audio for their voice. Tip number 4 is practice. You're not going to improve your English accent if you don't improve your English speaking. First, you have to be comfortable speaking in order to improve your accent, one step at a time. So, if you look at YouTubers whose first language isn't English, someone like PewDiePie or his wife Marcia, if you look at their older videos, you can see that they have a very thick accent that isn't a very good English accent. But just by looking at the camera, speaking for hours and hours, they start to develop their accents naturally. Their accent starts to become better as they become more comfortable speaking. So keep practicing and keep speaking so you can start improving your accent naturally. If there's no one near you who you can practice speaking English with, you can always talk to yourself, talk to the camera, make videos for YouTube, or even use apps like Tandem or HelloTalk to find language pals. This is tip number 5. And tip number 5, I think, is the best tip to actively improve your accent. And this tip is more a technique. And so it's a practice that you can do in order to improve your English. So this technique is called shadowing. Shadowing is an advanced technique that you can use to improve your accent by copying someone else. We already talked about listening a lot and finding a language parent in order to develop that accent and the sound. Now we want to take that language parent and then shadow them. That means everything they say, you say. So when you first start out, it's going to be difficult. But as you practice, you'll get better and better at shadowing. So I'll give you an example of what shadowing is. After some practice, shadowing should be something like this. The number one app in finance in the App Store, a fantastic way for you to send or receive money, especially when your friends owe you or when you owe them. But now it's also the simplest way for you to try to grow your money in the market. So that's how you get to shadowing at an advanced level with lots of practice. When you first start, it will probably be something like this. You say as many words as you can catch.
Cash App lets you instantly invest as little or as much as you want. Some public stocks are on the market for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per share. And now,
that's how it will be at the beginning. That will give you a lot of practice and get your ear tuned into hearing yourself and the person speaking to improve your accent. So after many hours of shadowing, you'll find that you can hear yourself and the audio, and you can find issues with your own accent to improve it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you found something helpful in these tips. Let me know down below if you already do these or if you learned anything new. Remember that an accent is nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone has some kind of accent, an American accent, British accent, Australian, foreign accent. It doesn't matter how you speak as long as you can express your ideas. But if you'd like to improve your language, follow these tips and let me know how they go. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.